We are learning that the United States military conducted a bomber attack demonstration near Venezuela as part of the newly named Operation Southern Spear, the U.S. military mission to combat narcotics in the Western Hemisphere. And it comes as the U.S. is ratcheting up its military force around Venezuela. We want to go right away to NBC's Courtney Kube. As you know, she covers the Pentagon. Courtney, what else are we learning here about what happened? And this was a demonstration. They never actually dropped bombs, correct?
Yes. Very important to point out. This was a demonstration. It included B-52 bombers that flew from Minot Air Force Base, several of them. Also F-A-18s that were off the carrier, the USS Gerald R. Ford, that's in the region. We've been talking a lot about that in recent weeks. And then some tankers and some other aircraft. But what's really important about this is not only the fact that it was just a demonstration, but the Air Force told us about it. So generally, when they would do something like this, we wouldn't necessarily know. They don't always talk about bombers, but they are telegraphing the fact that they are doing these things. It is clearly because they want Venezuela and potentially others in the region to take notice of the fact that the U.S. is proving what they can do with their military capabilities. And it's also very notable that they're bringing in these bombers from the continental United States when they already have this enormous military presence in the region with upwards of 15,000 men and women there now assigned to this Operation Southern Spear.
Venezuela and Cuba know perfectly well what the U.S. military's capabilities are. So what is the motivation here? Is it to try to force Maduro out, the leader of Venezuela?
It does appear that the Trump administration's ultimate goal here is to get Maduro to step down. Officials have been telling us that. And the goal that we've heard from some of them is that they're hoping they can do it without ever firing a shot. But these sorts of military exercises and showing this capability, it can provide a deterrence. It can also provide, a show of strength and presence. And also as part of this, one other notable piece is the FAA, I'm stepping on your toes here a little bit in your territory, but the FAA has also issued a notice to NOTAM, notice to all flights and mariners that the area around Venezuela at all altitudes could see more military aircraft in recent days, and it's dangerous, and they're warning people not to fly in that area.
Yep. Courtney Kube, thank you very much.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.